Hey YouTube, Dave Pangione here from Remodeling HQ, and today we're going to change two windows. They're replacement windows, and the homeowner, we replaced most of the windows in the house. There was two windows in the back on the first floor that originally they wanted to keep. So in this series right now, we're going to show you how to measure up for a replacement window and how to install a replacement window. So let's go take a look. I have two windows here that we're going to show you right away. Okay, so on the back wall of the dining room, the homeowners doing extensive work on this house. Originally they thought they wanted to keep this window unit, and you can see it already is a replacement window. So what we're going to do is we're going to measure up for the new windows to be ordered, and I'll show you there's two ways to do it. Now what we did just a minute ago is there's usually a piece of trim here. You'll notice a piece of trim going around the window. Now, the older windows are wooden, and there's the sashes. You have the upper sash, you have the lower sash, and then sometimes there's a chain connected to it or a piece of rope. And what you're going to do is, very first thing is you're going to take a knife, you're going to score the trim that's holding the window in place. In this case, it was already pulled out, so I'm just going to take it back a step to explain from the original sash. And in either case, though, there is a piece of trim that's going to hold the replacement window or the original upper and lower sash in place. You can see the nails. We just pulled it out. So you're going to score it. It's either going to come out one piece or it's going to be split. So, you know, if you have patience, you could take your time. It's going to add time onto the job, or you could just go to your local lumber supply house and buy replacement 1 3/8. It's almost like a door stop, and you put the trim around the. You could replace it with brand new. If you're handy, you have a miter box and a nail gun. You could put brand new trim right up. In this case, we're just going to put brand new trim right up, but you can score it with a knife, and then you'll take it off. You usually start off at the bottom. Use a flat bar and a hammer, and you pull it away from the wall all the way around. You pull the first piece off, which will be the right side. You pull the top off, and then you pull the left side. Do the other side of the window as well. And now that leaves you where we're at right now. You have the original frame of the window. You can see the 3/4 casing or frame. And now what you have to do is you have to measure from this side right over here to this side. And what you can do is you could measure it exact and then tell the supply house that these are exact dimensions, or you could subtract 1/8 of an inch from your width. What I like to do is give them an exact measurement, and then they'll subtract what they need to get it in the exact opening. So in this case, we just measured, and it's 32.5. So I'm going to tell them 32.5, and they're going to take off a certain amount for the new window. Now for the top, you have a different scenario. You have the upper header, which is right up here, and now on the bottom you can see this window sits about 1 inch into this sill right here. So you have to, now here's the sill right over here at the bottom. So if you literally hang your tape measure right here and measure all the way up to the top, that's your finished dimension. All you got to do is deduct about 1/4 of an inch off of that. So you could tell them, and they'll take off the 1/4 of an inch. They'll also deduct the sides for the width of the window, and then that when you call up, you're going to order 2 windows for that particular size. They'll take off the excess that they need so that the window will fit into that well. Let's just double check our measurements here. So we lined up the width. This one is exactly 30 1/8. Let's check the top. Okay, in this case we have 53 1/4. This particular window here, it's an existing replacement window. We're going to pull these out. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on the outside. We're going to score the caulking with a knife, and then you could see the screws. There's 4 screws, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. We have 1 there, We have another one on the bottom over here, and then on the top, pull these sashes down, and there's going to be another screw right behind this piece here. I got to get a screwdriver to pull this down, and then we can get access to the other screw. In the meantime, you could simply start taking off these sashes. They're tilt wash. All you got to do is tilt it in and then lift up, and guess what? Your window's out. That's how quick you can get these windows out of here. Now this house has a couple other windows with these same size sashes and screens, but in this case these are kind of beat up, so we're going to just throw these right into our dumpster. Our windows over here, that's all our old sashes, and now we're left with the frames. So we're going to get a regular utility knife that I have right here on the floor next to my iPhone charger, and we're going to go outside the window, and we are going to simply go by the caulking here, that you can see the caulking, and we're going to score. There is a good bead of silicone right around here, and we're going to score that because we want to pull this window inwards into the house, and we don't want to pull the trim off in any way or damaging the trim. So we're going to take care of this side. Let's go do the other side as well. Okay, so you can see we did the bottom two, and then we have to do the opposite side on the top. So up here, hiding behind this piece of molding, you'll find the other screw that is holding the top of the window. There's that one. Let's check this one. There we go. Pull that down. And there's the fourth screw hiding right up there. Okay, we got all the screws loosened up, and we have the caulking on the outside cut. Now we're going to pull the window frame inwards. Okay, so you see we broke the seal, and there was a lot of caulking around there, so now we just got to push the window in, and a lot of caulking on this window. Let's see what's holding it now. More caulking. Okay, so there's the first window frame is out. You can see all the caulking that went around here, and they actually put the window in the wrong way. This piece right here goes on the top of the window, believe it or not. So whoever put this window in last put it in the wrong way. Okay, so we pulled out the first frame of the inside window, left side, and now we're going to pull off the second frame, and we have all the screws exposed. There's the bottom one. There's the other one. We're going to go to the top, and we have one more over here. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Now we're going to score the caulking one more time, because we know there's a lot of caulking on there, so let's hit it one more time. Okay, so we scored the caulking, and you can see this one's a lot easier. It already pushed in, but let's hit this side with a hammer, and you can see just like that, the frame falls right out. Now we have this base piece here that they put in the wrong way, but this actually goes on the top. This is a piece that goes on the top to break the gap up on the top. So anyway, that's out, and you can see they must have had some insulation problems here, because there's a piece of foam here. Obviously it was done the wrong way, so that's what happens. But we're going to clean this up and get it ready for the new window. So let's get this base. We'll clean up all this caulking. You could use a putty knife, or if you're good with a with a utility knife. You can literally just score the bottom and it'll pull right up, just like that. Nice and easy. And clean this up, and then we'll get ready for the new window. Okay, so we have our 2 window frames all set. We're cleaned up. We're going to throw the old frames and the sashes in the dumpster, and our windows were just delivered. So let's get ready to plop these in. We'll get some caulking, and I'll show you how to put these windows in nice and easy. Okay, so you can see the new window. This is a new construction window that we installed on this attic level. And here is the replacement window. I mean, look, it's identical. Perfect match. So we have it was a late decision. The homeowners wanted to switch out these windows on the back wall there in the new dining area. And anyway, you can see how nice this replacement window matches up with the new construction window. So let's go ahead. We're gonna put this window in, and we'll caulk it up, and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so we have the window ready to go in, and as you saw in the last window, when we took out the original, or the existing replacement window that was there, they had a piece that looked like this. This is a cap, and they had it on the bottom of the window, which is wrong. It actually goes on the top. It's a head expander, and this will sit right on top of the unit, just like this. Okay, and then what's going to happen is we're going to insert this into the well, into the opening, and then once we get it in place, you can see this is going to slide up or down. This piece has about an inch and a quarter here to play with, and it's going to we're going to insert a screw into the expander so that it'll fill the gap between the window and the very top of the opening. So you can see how easy that went in. Now we're just going to, we have our head expander up here. Now this little piece right here is the sill spacer, and what's going to happen is this piece right here clicks into the bottom of the window, and we got to cut this especially for the size, so we got to go out there with a pair of snips, and we got to measure the width of the window and click it into place. Okay, so I tested out the window. It fits in the well, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull the window back out, and I'm going to caulk the inside piece where the window rests against for a nice secure bead, and then we will push the window back in. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so you can see where the window is going to rest against this piece right over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our caulking gun and apply a nice bead of caulking right against that. Same thing with the bottom. Go right up. Put it right in the corner. This way the window will push up against it. Nice and easy. All right, and then you're going to go across the top, of course. Remember, we're going to put one more bead of caulking on the outside once we put the window in. Okay, so there's the outside, there's the top, and now we're going to come right down the side. Okay, so you can see the caulking is all the way around the window, and we'll put a little bit more over here. Seems to flattened out. And now the bottom, we don't have to put it in there, but what we're going to do is we're going to put it across the inside corner right here. Okay, we'll put it on the side right there. And now we're going to take our window and put our window in. Okay, so we have our window. We're going to push our window right into place. It's up against the caulking, and now we're going to simply screw it into place. It comes with a package of 4 screws, These are the screws for the window itself. You can see they're longer than the last ones that we took out, and we're going to use these to put in the corners. You can see it already has pre-drilled holes. You have a hole down there, and then if you come up to the top, there is this piece of plastic here. You'll pull that down, and you'll see another pre-drilled hole right over here. So we're going to insert our 4 screws, and then you can see there's 2 small screws right in the corner of the plastic here. 2 small screws are going to go into that header plate, that header plastic, and when we push up on it, we're going to use those small screws to keep the header in place. Okay, so we got our lower screws in, and we're getting this one started. Now it's important that when you're screwing these screws in, that you don't tighten it up too much, because then you'll expand the left and right side of the window itself. You don't want to spread it open. So just snug to the plastic, the vinyl, and now move on to the upper ones. Okay, so here's the header. We're going to push that up snug. You can see it closes the gap against the upper piece of plastic there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold that in place and zoom in on this, and I'm simply going to put a screw right there. It's going to hold that in place. You can see it's nice and tight to the top. We already installed the upper screws, so we could push these plastics back up. That's just a cap, and also a window stop for when you raise up the sash. It stops the window at that point. Okay, now we're just going to go outside and caulk the window. Okay guys, so we just caulked up the right side, the left side, the bottom. You can see the nice seal. This window's perfectly sealed. Now we're just going to caulk up across the top there, fill that gap. And that's all you got to do. There's your window. Let's take a look at it with the sashes closed. Alright guys, so we just put that one window in. It took about 15 minutes. Let's see if we could install the second window quicker than that. It shouldn't take more than 10 minutes now that we know what we're doing. So this window's all prepped. We took the plastic off. We have our header cap in place. All we have to do is put the window, drop the window in. I put the caulking bead already around the perimeter. So we already got the caulking bead in there. All we got to do is drop the window in and screw it in place. So it shouldn't take more than 10-15 minutes. Hey guys, this is Real Home Remodeling with Dave Pangione, filmed live in New Jersey. Click the like button and subscribe to our channel. Alright guys, so take a look. We installed the 2 windows, and it's a really nice looking, well, it matches up really nice to the windows that we put on the front of the house. But you can see how nice they got the 6/6 grills. They got the built-in screens. They're low E, argon gas filled windows, and the high performance tilt wash. So it's a nice little window. It's got the safety latch on the window for the kids, and you can see it pops right out right there. The window will hit that, and it came out nice. You can see how nice these windows come out, and that's it for these this 2 window replacement series. Home additions, add-a levels, complete home remodeling. Become a subscriber. You'll see all our videos shot on location in New Jersey. Thanks. Click on the button right over there. Thanks. Hey guys, press the subscribe button. Thank you.